Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Planet Nomads. Now, last week I said I was going to work on some new vessel stuff, and I've started messing with that. I'm trying to test out some things with the struts, see how well I can get it to fit, and I ran into a problem that apparently I cannot place down the little hover jack on my foundation. So, yeah, that has slowed things down a bit with that. Plus, I'm actually running low on my supplies. I was full on both of these of 120 in each. I got down to enough to fit into one container over here. 107 slots, and that's it. Now, this is linked only to this one, and I've got these others ready to go. What I'm going to do is actually expand it this way. So I've started working more on the base, and that's what we're going to do today is finish up some work here. As you can see, I have room for 6 containers right there. I'm going to start on this side and do the same thing, 6 more, have the meat in the middle, and we're going to join them together there with conveyors to go upstairs. I've created my interior walls. I've had to do a lot of reworking with this. Took a lot of changes to get it lined up right. I have 2 uranium generators. You can see how much I have in here. 90, 90, 74, 90, 90, 74. Both of them are connected right now to this, but what I'm thinking I'm going to do is actually move that over here to where this is a series of small containers that feed into a series of generators here. Hopefully all uranium, maybe some deuterium, just a mixture, so I have plenty of power. Control panel here, little control panel over here, and a control panel upstairs. Or will be a control panel upstairs once I get this done. But we're going to work on my production setup today, which that whole side is going to be connected to the containers, the large containers, and tied into a construction setup. And it's going to be interesting to see. But right now, I'm about to start breaking these down, getting this all moved out, and putting the new containers over here on this side. All right, so I have finished up setting up the cargo boxes. I've also linked them all together, and this is not how I started with it. I actually put it further up, but I decided to move it back. So it's all connected, and just for appearance only, I did both sides. I don't think it actually has any effect on the speed at which things move between the cargo containers and such. I just did it for looks. So what we've got now is 2 spots here where I'm going to build a big conveyor system back here to support things like this, the medium 3D printers. I'm thinking like, okay, I want one. Well, I could do one there. I'm pretty sure I could mount it maybe to the ceiling. Let's see. Let's try that, actually. Yeah, it works there like that. So I could just do this and have 6 medium 3D printers right there. Well, that doesn't work because the printers have this part on one side and then that part on the other side, and they have 2 sides that do not have the conveyor connectors. So yeah, I need to rotate these, but I can do that, so that's going to be useful. So let's see, I need it to fit. No, like that, yes, there we go. And it's going to be coming along this way. I'm going to put it here like that, I think. Yeah, that should cover it. So let's see. We'll go this one. No, back. There we go. Okay, like that. Now I just need it to flip. Same thing. There we go. Like that. That's what I'm talking about right there. And it seems I'm getting a little bit more stuttering now with the game. Maybe because of what I've got tied in for everything. I'm going to start with getting these tied in. And yeah, this is going to massively supercharge my production, I think. Okay, I've got it done. So, yeah, it's all trunked together. That means all of these should be good to go once I put power to them. And the way I've been doing this is I've actually been changing the names for the switchboards so I know where they are, and experimenting a lot more with controls through power than just worrying about a control panel to do it. So now I have all this production ready to go. I have no iron, it says. I know that can't be right. I mean, it was showing I've got carbon available, but I have no iron. I may actually be out of iron. I may have used it all up. We have that, so that is 6 medium printers there. All I have to do is change more intersections of the conveyors there, and I can add in more things like, let's see, here's my medium refinery, which what I'm thinking for those is I may, yeah, 1 or 2 will be good. Actually, I do kind of like how that looks. I may leave this open so I can put more up there. Just for now, leave it like this. So we'll have to tie those in. Then I need, let's see, what's 4 fad machine. I'm gonna need a fad machine for all my food. I don't think it really matters which side. There we go. Okay. So now that won't take any kind. Well, that needs to actually come back a bit, I think. Yeah, that's too far up. So one thing I think is a good advantage of this is by leaving this open, I do have a space I can walk around to the back of it. And I originally thought I might put cargo containers up here, but I mean, that's 6 per side of each section down there. So that's like, not that. There's 6 on this side, 6 on this side. So that's 12 of the large containers total. And while, yes, I do know, I know some people commented that the small containers are technically more efficient, while they, for providing more space in the same amount of, you know, room taken up, they take more resources to build. And more importantly, they do not make it as easy to search through everything. Like here, I've got one large continuous space there for that one, then large continuous space for that one. If I do the small containers, it's just going to be a whole stack of them. And for this, I actually want to have some kind of organization to it. Now, the important thing I'm going to do here, besides adding more walls, make sure I've got the right, yep, there we go. Put some more walls up. And I'm going to have to adjust the outside over here. So, yeah, well, we'll go ahead and do this. So it's lined up right. We'll take care of the outside walls. Because what I want to do is I want to have it where, since that's my landing pad, when I walk in, I want to be able to come over here and just dump everything in through a cargo box right there. A small container. Just dump everything in and be done with it. And that way, actually, let me check real quick. But that way, I don't have to worry about seeing those cargo containers. They can be hidden away. And yeah, okay, I've got that spot. That's it. So everything else is a regular wall, which is right there. And then I have the one short one with the connector there. That. So we'll go here. There we go, like that. Keep forgetting that when I'm holding shift down, I don't need to hit the number buttons because that's how it changes the hotbar keys. I keep doing that when I'm trying to run around. So I need number 3. We're going to get this going. This gives me the wall connector there. And then I take, was it 7? Not 7. That one, there's. I've reorganized my hotbars too now. If I get it to line up, come on, go in there. Right. Alright, fine. Don't want to go in the right way. We'll do this. And there we go. Do that. Oh, I may have to get rid of the light there or something. That might be my problem. Oh, there we go. Got it. Alright, so that's going to connect. I really hope I do not have to come in here and do maintenance, because that's going to be fun trying to get this connected back up right. Well, I mean, it's technically connected there. I don't know if that's going to make a big difference overall on it, but what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and connect it on both sides anyway. Might as well. I have the resources for it at the moment. we'll do this and this, which should line it up to that joint as well. And get target right. There we go. That means, yeah, I really have to go and reorganize this. Get my, get all my stuff reorganized properly for my hotbars, because it does not look good right now. It is so confusing remembering which ones have which. There we go. That is done, and now I'm going to put that there, which means if it works right, and it apparently is probably working right because it just hung up right there. Yes, look at that. All that storage. So that's 6 on each side, 12 total large cargo containers with 120 slots a piece. That's a lot of space for inventory storage. And more importantly, I have a lot of production capabilities now. So yes, and I need to hook up power for these. Did not hook all of these up on power. I need to get some lights up here too. It's too dark. I'm enjoying messing with the base a bit more right now, trying to get everything lined up right. But that's my big production over there. I might do the other side as food production, because I do not want to turn this into the base I was originally thinking. What I want to do now is try and find some place around the map with good space, a lot of space, and primarily level ground, so it's easier to build. And then, if I can, on 2 biomes, you know, a split line where I can have access to carbon, iron, and silicon veins, and then also cobalt, aluminum, and silver veins at the minimum. And it would be nice if I find a spot maybe close by to like an island or something like that where there's uranium deposits as well, so I can have the uranium production going and just basically be like, okay, I come here, I can have, instead a refinery down here that just pulls in from the uranium deposits, automatically processes it and puts it into the storage system for all of this. So as it stands right now, I have enough power for 657 hours with just these two at the current usage that they are. So that's really good. And now I've got this. I need to do some lights around the place. I really do need to get some lights going. So let's start with that. All right, here we go. I have 6 medium 3D printers, 2 refineries, 2 fab machines, an armory, a medic bay, and 2 greenhouses. Or, yeah, large greenhouses. So I feel like that's enough. I'm hoping maybe at some point they add some decorative furniture type things, like, oh, hey, I got a bench over here. And actually, you know what? Maybe I can make a bench. Do I have something that might work for a bench? You know what? Let's try this. Let's see. Yeah, that could work, right? I mean, feel placed down. It's not doing it like I'm wanting it to. But that technically could be a bench. Maybe something else. Maybe, okay, oh, there it goes, maybe, I don't know if that would count. You could do something like that. And maybe, like, if I could, do I have a half slab type thing? No. Nothing that looks to be a half slab. Just the ceiling panels like that. Raised floor, ramp. I'll have to experiment. Maybe they will come out with some other stuff later, decorative-wise. That way it leaves all this space open for that sort of thing. And now I have all my production set up so I can produce a lot of stuff. I have a ton of storage set up. And I have an easy way to access my storage down below. So the only thing I have left from all that is, of course, this storage here, which is the first 6 materials, the next 6 materials, and then my miscellaneous stuff, which I can soon start dumping in to everything. But for now, I think what we're actually going to do is just go ahead and celebrate by going to gather up a bunch of uranium from my little spot over there. Okay, so we are here. I've got my gold and uranium going, and fortunately, as you can see, they have fixed that issue where sometimes the placement doesn't work, or at least it seems to be fixed partially. It does seem to be resetting things where I had this turned off where it was only going for the titanium and uranium on this one, and it has reset to something else. I'm also noticing a lot more pausing and stuttering with this than I have in the past, so that's a bit worrisome. But I do have some more resources over here. I've got this right here. This actually would work decently, other than the fact it's not level, and it's also an island. I would like to have something as part of a main land stretch with the next base, so I have the access for rolling mobile bases like my original one, where I can build something like that, because I want to make the next base into basically a test platform for all my different vehicle stuff. I want it to be where I have tons of room. Like, oh, look, here's a spot specifically for doing hover vessels. You know, I have a spot right here that lets me do hover vessels. Here's one for the wheeled rolling vessels. Here's one just for doing flying vessels. I would like to have a lot of room for building and experimenting with vessel designs once I get this next base location picked out and start building the base, because I will be making an absolutely massive base this next time. Alright, so I just got an achievement for a nozzle hunter. Not sure, but I'm assuming that means this is called a nozzle. Oh, you are unable to attack me because you're taking constant damage. Haha. It's not really fair to them. I don't even know if they're really going to be that aggressive to me. I've been pretty close to them and they haven't done anything, but might as well, you know, entertain myself while I'm out here. I'm also interested to see if the next time I come out here, are they here? Did they respawn? Because here is clearly what is supposed to be their nest, because I got raw meat from it, so I'm assuming that's... Yeah, he's attacking me now. Oh, that's a very disturbing sight right there. See that thing running at you. Oops. Probably would have helped if I had reloaded first before... Ah! Was he running at me, or was he, like, charging me and then just going to keep running to get away? It's like a scare tactic. He doesn't seem to care that I've killed his friends. Come on, come on. There we go. Nice and easy. A lot less to kill these guys than the lizard gorillas. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. A little bit shorter, because I wanted to finish up getting things rolling on the base, and I really need some more time now to experiment more with the vehicle designs, trying to get everything balanced right, because I do want to create a new flying vehicle that has a lot of storage, a lot of production capabilities, and then load it up and go on a possibly around the world trip from the base all the way around until we come to the other side, back to the base. So I want to make sure I've got everything covered on that, all my needs covered. So I do need some more time to work with that and experiment. And if you have any suggestions for designs, you know, link me a picture below in a comment. I would love to see any suggestions for that, or if you just want to leave a tip, leave me a tip in the comment below. But again, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button. As I said, leave me a comment below, and of course, hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. But I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.